Hi, it's Steve Hargadon. Lucy, are you there? I'm not hearing Lucy yet, but I know she's in the room. Welcome, everyone. Welcome to our welcome session. This is the 5th Annual Global Education Conference. We're so glad to be with you. Thanks for being here. I know Lucy's going to want to say hi, but I'm not hearing from her yet. Lucy, is your talk button clicked? While we're waiting for Lucy, let's do something kind of fun. There's 61 of you in the room. If you look at the top of the participant window, you'll see a little icon. It's the third one over that looks like a hand. And let's have you raise your hand if this is the first time. You beat me to the punch, some of you. Raise your hand if this is the first time that you're attending. So who's here for the first time? Govinda, I know you're not here for the first time, but I can see you're getting a little internet slowdown. So it looks like a good 30 of you, that may be half of the audience. Okay, so let's lower your hand by clicking that same button so we get all the hands down. And let's find out how many of you have attended the conference at least one other time. So this would be your second time attending. So if it's more than 2, you can raise your hand. But you've been here at least 2 times. So many fun, familiar names in the list, too. Oh, so it looks like 18 of you have been here at least twice, if not more. I did raise my hand. If you, okay, lower your hand or keep it raised if you have been here 3 times or more. So this would be 3 times or more, 16 of you. That is amazing. Okay, what if this is your 4th time or more? The numbers get a little bit smaller. It looks like we're down to about 11 or 12. Okay, and for the big final test, if you have attended the conference all 5 years, keep your hand up. So me, of course, and Lucy, Mohammed, Maisie, Noble, Gabriella, and Aravind. Well, that is just so much fun. Lucy, do you have audio yet? Is your mic working?
Yes, it is. I had my earphones plugged in and didn't realize we had started. Sorry. I am here. I am present. I have not showered yet because the number of people that have been joining the community this morning, I've been approving them all, and I'd say it's a couple hundred. I could be wrong, but there's a fast and furious number of people joining our community. So that means we have a lot of new people, and we're counting on the more experienced people to help people out as we go through the conference. Ibrahim and David Wexler have been very active in the chat on the front page of our website this morning, so thanks to them for keeping things going and keeping the humor going. And it's been thrilling in the front room chat to see where everybody's from. I want to take a moment before we get started just to be a little somber, because this is something that came up in the chat this morning. And we've never done this before, but I'd like to take a moment of silence just for the people who are suffering around the world that may be in our minds right now, whether it be people suffering from Ebola, to the Mexican teacher candidates who are missing, to the girls in Nigeria who are missing, to the people who are embattled in the Middle East, I just want to send out good wishes and have a moment of silence for these people as we proceed through these global sessions this week. Okay, I think we have everybody in our thoughts, our minds, and it's a great symbol of hope for me this week to have everybody gathered in one space. Even though that there's pain and tragedy throughout the world, we are doing something about it to make it a better place. So thank you for coming, everyone, and I'm going to let Steve take it from here.
Okay, so those of you who've been here before know the drill. To the left of the map are some icons. You're looking for the star icon. You're going to click on it twice. Click on it once and it expands out, and then you click on the star again. And you can put your star on the map. South America, either Brazil or Peru or both. Put a note in the chat as well. India, Southeast Asia. Are we looking at Nepal there or Russia? Europe, Africa, Scotland, Colombia, Silvana is a pro. Actually wrote her name on the board. That's fun. I think we have too many to do that, especially in the United States. Okay, so we are not going to fill this half hour because we want to make sure that we give you a chance to get into the Christy Vilsack's keynote session. But we are going to take a few minutes here and see if anybody has some great memories. And Lucy, I'm going to start. So these would be memories that you have of the Global Education Conference if you've attended before. And I want to take us back, Lucy, to 5 years ago exactly at this moment, which is minutes before our first ever conference. We really didn't know if it was going to work. When I had built all the rooms in Blackboard Collaborate Illuminate at the time, had all the links, but I wasn't actually sure that the links were going to match up and that the timing was going to work and people were actually going to get into the rooms and be there. And I don't know if you remember, but my internet went down. Completely went down. I think it was down for about 15 minutes, and I was sweating bullets. Luckily, it came back up. We had a great time, and the links all worked. And it was sort of a magic day. I think I was up for 20-some hours. You were as well. There was a chair you never left. Okay, so if you have a memory of the Global Education Conference, go ahead and raise your hand. We'll give you the microphone and call on you, or you can put it in the chat. Lucy's going to start us off, I think. Or Mohammed, you're number one. Mohammed, you click on the talk button to turn your microphone on. While we're waiting for Mohammed, Lucy, you can go ahead.
Okay, so I guess my memory of the first year was one big blur, but I think my favorite time during that week was the closing ceremonies, and we had the whiteboard open to everybody, and people just put in pictures of champagne and party favors and put a crown on Steve, drew a picture of Steve. And it was the most exhilarating feeling that one could have virtually. I've never experienced anything like it. And the stories that people told at our closing ceremony about how they cried during sessions. I remember somebody talking about Richard Close's session about his work in Africa and people crying because of they were so moved by some of the things that had happened that week. And so so that was just really moving to me. I'm always like amazed by what people take away from this. And yes, you're right, Noble. I was happy so I could get some sleep. And anyway, I'm just so excited by this whole thing. It just thrills me to have everybody in one room. I'm happy with this, and I can go home now.
You know, it is interesting to think about how the world has changed in 5 years. That was such a unique experience, to have sessions 24 hours a day, to be live in connection with people from other countries. I remember people coming in and just not leaving. They were so entranced by what was taking place that they just couldn't leave. Do you remember, Lucy?
There's a woman from Connecticut. I'm her Facebook friend. I'm blanking. Marcy. Marcy never left. I think she's retired since, but hopefully she's coming back. But I remember Marcy one year never leaving. Yes, absolutely.
And Alan is here, and I have such great memories of Alan kind of just keeping going and keeping going and keeping going.
I think what's also been really special for me too has been the opportunity to meet a lot of the people that we've interacted with here in person. You know, I don't think virtual is ever going to take up the place of face-to-face, but in cases where it's impossible for people to meet face-to-face, it certainly is better than nothing. And speaking of Alan, he's come to Chicago and we've had lunch, and I've met Aunt Merchant, I know 3 or 4 summers now, and done fun things with her. And I'm sure you've seen people, you've been to Govinda School, I believe, who's here in this room. So, you know, this is all about relationship building and making friends and finding opportunities to work together or to communicate together. And I think that's what's so special to me.
So you can raise your hand if you have a story to tell. Mohammed, I don't know if you've told it in the chat or if you'd like to take the microphone, but you're certainly welcome to take the mic. Just click on the talk button.
Yes, do you hear me?
Yes, we do.
Yes, I am very pleased to attend this conference because it gives me the chance to meet many people, many educators, and I'm from Egypt, and it is the first time for me to attend a virtual event. I think I will get most benefit from this event. I hope so.
Thank you, Mohammed. We're so glad you're here. And let's try Ed in. Ed, are you microphone ready? Do you want to come on and say a quick word?
Am I audio? Can you hear me?
We can hear you.
All right. Well, that's so great. You know, it's funny when you asked Steve who'd been involved in the first one, and I can't remember. And that's a sign of how wonderful these events are, because they tend to kind of come together for me. I mean, each one is so different and with different sessions and whatnot. But it's just so much content, so much fun, so much engagement with people all over the world that I've forgotten whether or not I was part of the first one or not. But I certainly, when we in the Global Campaign for Education are so pleased to be able to be a co-sponsor again this year, and it's so invigorating for me to see all the dots around the world on the map, and to see all the people in this room, and to see the excitement that people anywhere in the world can have this kind of a contribution and participation. I just want to say thanks again to you and Lucy for incredible amounts of work behind the scenes during the year, as well as, of course, leading up to this week.
Ed, if you have that link handy, go ahead and put it in the chat for the sessions that are specifically related to the Global Campaign for Education. We do have a page specific to those links, and this is the second year in which we've gotten support and partnered with that group, and it's been a great expansion of the conference. We also have a terrific supporter in IRN. And is there anybody from IRN in the room that would raise your hand, and we'll give you a chance? Daniel, if you have the microphone, you can click on the talk button at the top left, and we'd love for you to say hi. And Ed, I think we hear you typing still, so you may want to turn your mic off. I'm not hearing Daniel. He may not be microphone ready. Called him on the spot. But IRN has been just a terrific supporter and partner and friend of the conference, and it's hard to express our appreciation for that significant relationship. Lucy, do you want to say anything?
Yeah, I have been indebted to IARN for a number of years for helping support the conference. And if you're not familiar with IARN, please do go check out their website and join their network. It is a great place, particularly if you're starting out with global projects, to get involved. They have been the longest standing global education group here in the United States, I think, and a great place to start. I also want to say that we're very thankful for the support we've received from David Potter, their development director, and Lisa Jobson, in terms of providing keynote speakers and social media support and that sort of thing. So we're thrilled to have them on board again for another year, and make sure that you check out the strands that are specifically IARN projects during the conference as well.
I don't know if my microphone's on, but I wanted to thank Steve and Lucy for their hard work. And this is my second conference, and I'm really very excited and looking forward to the sessions. And it's an honor for IARN to be a sponsor of this great event. So thank you so much.
Thanks, Daniel. We really appreciate it. And some of you will know that there was actually an IARN track component that was a part of a larger worldwide conference as a part of the Global Education Conference one year, and that was a ton of fun. We really loved getting to know the IARN folks. So, Lucy, I think we'll give people... Go ahead.
Yeah, can we do a couple housekeeping things? One more IARN-related note. IARN has an annual conference for students and teachers, so you may want to look up on their website when that's taking place this summer. So I know people who've gone to that and have really enjoyed that experience, so make sure that you are aware of that. In terms of housekeeping for the Global Ed Conference this week, there are a couple of documents that I've posted on the front page to help people get started and to extend the Global EdCon experience, so make sure that you check those out. They're pretty much step-by-step guides for those who are new to the conference. We also will give certificates to volunteers, presenters, and attendees. I will not open up that process, however, until the conference has started, because there's no way you can request a certificate until you've actually participated in it. In order to get one as an attendee, you need to write a blog post, either in your own blog or in our community blog, detailing a session that you've attended. We give out one certificate per attendee, so you have to sign up and request it after you have viewed a session, at least one session, and have written a blog post. The link to this is on our front page, and we will also send it out at the end of the conference as well. Applications for these certificates are due by, I think I said December 15th, or December 1st, and then I'll send them out by January 1st of 2015. So I just want to make sure people are clear on that. Please make sure that you follow the procedures and all will be well in that department. We still do need volunteer moderators, and so if you're interested in doing that, make sure you join our volunteer group. I'm trying to think what else we have kind of hanging over our heads right now. But there's a lot of help documentation on the front page. I know it's a lot of information, but we're there to help you, and you can use the chat room on the front part of our website as well to ask questions and for directions. So thanks again, everyone, for coming, and I'm looking forward to seeing you in Christy's session following this. We'll post the link in a second.
Thanks, Lucy. Lucy does an amazing job organizing the keynotes and doing the promotions and the materials, and has been struggling with bronchitis and travel, and I'm just so grateful for Lucy and all that she does for the conference. Okay, everybody, we're going to give you a few minutes to take a quick break. I'm going to put the link to the keynote session in the chat. It will take me a second to pull that up and put it in the chat, or someone else has it, you can put it in the chat. Do be sure, if you're a presenter, that you come into the sessions that are not your session using the regular links, not the special secret presenter and moderator links. And we will see you in about 10 minutes. Thanks, everybody. Bye now.